We have the pleasure of having special guest presenter Susie Carder with us today. Thank you, Susie.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Absolutely. So, Susie, if you could let us know a little bit about who you are, your background, who you work with, and what you do.
Awesome. So I am Coin the Profit Coach, and my clients gave me that name because what I do is help companies make money. Wealth is your birthright. And I work with entrepreneurs, business owners, and I take them from $500,000 to millions. My passion is what systems and structures do we need to put in place so that you can make more money, spend more time with your family, do the things that we love, because at the end of the day, business is supposed to provide us with a lifestyle that a job can't. So my passion is to support business owners and entrepreneurs. I'm an international speaker, best-selling author, I've written 10 books. So my passion, and I'm just excited to be here and support you guys in getting what you want in your life next.
Absolutely. Thank you. So in the real estate industry, I know a lot of times agents can have a big month where they have, a massive amount of money made in a short amount of time. And oftentimes it's not always invested wisely or spent wisely or anything like that. So how can a real estate agent stay on track financially and not lose momentum when they have big months like that, or even when they have slow months where they don't have any income?
Right. So the first thing we need to do is really look at the trending, right? So you've been in this industry in any length of time, you do have a trend, right? The industry knows the highs and lows of when we're going to sell more homes, when people are listing their homes. So in putting together your financial strategy or financial plan, I want to look over month to go so that I'm planning on when is the slow season and what kind of targeted ads do I need to run, what kind of marketing campaigns do I need to run, so that I'm not waiting for the customers. I find that most people in this industry are kind of waiting for their clients to show up. No. We got to go be hunters. We got to go get those clients. We can't wait for them to happen. And I know most people that are on this call, make it happen. But if you're putting your financial spreadsheet together, and that's where I always start with my clients, is what are we doing every single month, month over month? How many leads do I need to get to close the kind of sales that I need to get? So I use something called the cash calculator when I'm looking at how many qualified leads do I need to get versus just leads to enable me to list a home, sell a home, whatever that strategy is.
Absolutely. I agree with that. It's definitely about impressions and numbers. If you have a certain goal, you need to talk to a certain amount of people, make a certain amount of new contacts per day. Absolutely.
Right. Total numbers game. So when you realize that all money is a numbers game, then you can just play the game and let go of the stress about it all. I think we get so attached to it. I want you to be committed to the result, not attached to the result. That means what are the actions every single day, every single week, every single month. So then we can measure what's missing or what part of the system is broken. Because if I can look at the numbers will tell me, do I have enough qualified leads? Am I getting myself out there in the community enough? This is all about relationship selling, right? We can't just sell it on the internet. It's about me bonding with you, creating that relationship. So there's a couple of variables that we can look at to make sure that we're having the closings that we want to have.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So next question here. What are some of the best practices that agents can use to achieve our financial goals and objectives? I know you would touch base on it as far as getting out there and meeting those certain numbers and making those certain impressions and that sort of thing, but maybe something a bit more in depth.
The first thing you want to do really in order for us to achieve our goals and objectives is you got to have a strong tribe and strong community. Your community is just as important as your financial strategy as the spreadsheets that we use. Because if you have someone who's a naysayer or that negative person, we have to be out there hunting. We have to be out there, finding that next gem of a client. So I want to surround myself with people that, one, believe in me, two, believe in the philosophies that we believe in, and three, will support me no matter what. So that's a huge one that we have to focus on. The next one is looking at what are your financial goals? Not necessarily just the company goals, but what are my financial goals and what's the why behind the financial goals? Because if I just put, I want to make $250,000 a year, well, what's the why? That'll give for me, it'll give me a foundation for my family. It'll allow me to take care of myself. It'll allow me to take care of my spouse. It'll allow me to take care of my children. So you have to have a big enough why in order for that to come to fruition. It can't just be a number on the wall. So I want you to really get in touch with what's my why. And the why is something bigger than just cash. I can't just be cash motivated. I have to be result oriented, right? And then the third thing, which I did talk about earlier, because I can't get around not having that financial strategy in place. And I want to look at month to month, year over year, and I want to put a 3 to 5 year plan together. So I'm not just managing year to year. Like this business goes fast and a year goes by fast. So how many homes do I want to sell? how many homes do I want to list, right? So we're having both of those conversations simultaneously. So we're getting lots of likes and hearts. So it gives us likes and hearts because I love that. That keeps me going, right? I see Liz on the line. I see Terry on the line. I see Sandy on the line. I see Melissa. Just want to say hi. Thank you for being committed to your business, right? The more you learn, the more you earn, right? That goes hand in hand. And that's what I love about this organization, right? Is they're committed to you. They're committed to your growth. So we just want to say hi and heart us up and like us up because, you know, that's just fun. Instant gratification, which is another strategy, right? What's that instant gratification, or how are you rewarding yourself in every milestone that you get, right? They've got to have those little carrots. I'm totally goal oriented, like the things I would do for a pair of earrings, right? Just crazy. Or whatever that thing is, you know, a new car for you, you know, some kind of bonus for you, like putting that aside for yourself in order for us to reach and attain those goals.
Absolutely. Now, as far as speaking firsthand from an agent here, I know a lot of times you get caught up in just 1 month at a time. I know you spoke about a 1-year plan, a 3 to 5 year plan, and I think that a lot of other agents have the same issue, is that I have 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 things going at once, and I'm just focusing on this month, and I'll have a big month or a big 2 months, and after that, it's just a plateau.
You gotta take a nap. You're like, I gotta take a nap. I just
you know, you just focus on what you have going on right in front of you, and you forget to plan for the future. And I think that's something else to definitely take into account and to touch on, is you can't just focus on right now. You have to be looking for the future as well.
Right. And if you're not good at that, look, I can't be good at everything. But and here's the thing: the bigger you play, the bigger the breakdown. And you guys are playing big, right? And you just talked about that. That's playing big. The bigger you play, the bigger the breakdown. So you have to have a coach in your corner, right? You have to have somebody that's willing to hold you accountable, to check in with you so you can get out of the minutia, right? Get out of my day-to-day so that I can focus on, okay, what's the next, right? What are those specific actions? And there's a great saying, Tom Landry, who was the Dallas Cowboys coach. I'm not a big football fan, but I love his quote. And it says, a coach will tell you what you don't want to hear. A coach will show you what you don't want to see, so that you can be the person you knew that you can be. That's a great coach, right? So hopefully anyone that's working with you, or your support, your mentor, your leader, whoever that is that stand for you? And if not, we're entrepreneurs at the end of the day, right? It's all based on commission and productivity. So I've got to figure out, if I don't have that structure around me, I got to go create that structure and find that structure. So who's that champion for me to get me out of the minutia so that I'm working strategically? So I'm working on my business and in my business simultaneously.
Absolutely. I love that. On your business and in your business. That's a great one. So do you have a money mantra here?
I do. And I was chanting it to myself when I came over, right? Because the bigger you play, you've got to stay focused. So my money mantra is, it started back, I've been doing this since the 90s. And I do it every time a check comes in. I bless the check. Every time a check goes out, like when I'm paying my bills, this sounds really silly, but I'm all about celebrating my successes. So my stamps have celebrate on them, so that when I'm mailing a bill out, I know I still mail some bills out. Most of it's automatic, but when I'm mailing it out, right, I want to celebrate that. So the little things that you do, I don't get mad when I have to pay taxes. I pay a lot of taxes, and most people get mad at that. I don't get mad at it. I'm like, look, I've made a lot of money this year, so I'm going to pay some money, right? If I was paying little taxes, now I do have great tax strategies, so mind you on that one. I do have a great tax strategist. And my mantra is, I'm prosperous, I'm prosperous, I'm prosperous now. All that I have, all that I love, blesses and multiplies. And so on my way here, I was chanting it to go, what's the thing that you need to hear? Every time I write a check, I do it. Every time I receive a check, I do it. Every time I receive a new client, I do it. Every time I'm stuck in my stuff, stuck in my smallness, because you will get stuck in your smallness. You will get stuck in your identity, that conversation that's going off in your head, the one that says you can't, the one that says, you know, who do you think you are, that conversation. What's that thing that's going to pop you out of it? So create your own money mantra. I have a money vision, I have a money purpose, I have a money mantra, and I have a money strategy. And it's all based inside of me playing a bigger game in the world. Because at the end of the day, what money gives me, it's a tool. It's a tool to make a difference in the world. It's a tool to make a difference in my children's life. It's a tool to make a difference in your life. It's a tool to be able to help, you know, underprivileged teens. That's one of my passion projects, to really help teens that are having a hard life, right? To go, wow, if we had some of this kind of mentoring when we were kids, who could have we been, right? I don't have any of that when I was growing up. Did you?
No,
You know,
absolutely not.
positive mindset, right? And actions around that. So, create your own money mantra that will snap you out of your smallness, snap you out of the thing that gets you stopped and gets in your way, because that thing will pull you out and that thing will drive you forward.
Wonderful. Absolutely. Very, very wise words there. And how can our listeners find out about you and find out more about your services and how you might be able to help support them in creating more wealth this year and going into the future?
I'd love to support you, right? So you can check me out at susiecarder.com. That's SUSIECARD, like in delicious, ER. .com. And I've got some great strategies there to support you, but my goal for you, my call to you is play a big game that lights you up. Play a game that inspires you. Play a game that's worth playing, and play it like nobody's watching. It's all about the end result, which is our family, which is more time, more vacations to spend with our family and our loved ones. Go big or go home. I celebrate you. I appreciate you. I'm proud of you for getting up this morning or this afternoon, wherever you are in the country, to come play with us, to fill your mind. Benjamin Franklin said, take the coins from your purse, invest them in your mind, and your mind will fill your purse overflowing. Right? So thank you for being here, and showing up.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for tuning in, everybody. Thank you so much for your time today, Susie. Very motivating and wise broadcast today. Thank you so much, everybody. Once again, what was your website, Susie?
SusieCarder.com. Heart us up. Share this if you loved it. Share it with your tribe. Share it with your community. Let's get them off the couch. Let's get them out there making money. Because remember, at the end of the day, wealth is your birthright.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Have a wonderful day.